Every time I take a chunk off, it just feels like I'm ripping fucking actual skin off of my fucking face. Alright, I gotta go for the fucking... I gotta do some of the heavy lifting here. I'm gonna fucking get this exfoliating sponge. I'm really gonna start ripping this fucking shit to pieces. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God. Pain is beauty. Beauty is pain. Oh, look at this water right now. Fucking elephant Kool-Aid.
How does your skin feel though? The skin that's free.
Feels this skin that's free. It still feels like there's a fucking bag of cement hardening on my face. And when it's wet, it just feels like it's fucking like the chemicals are reacting again, and it fucking wants to dry again and fucking recrust.
So you don't think she was worth it?
I'm still gonna have to wait.
Are you gonna give her some time though? You gonna give her some time?
I'm gonna give her some time. I wonder if I'm gonna have to hydrate right afterwards. I might have to go for some of the Nivea.
How are we looking?
Looking nice.
I'm really concerned about this area, and in the future, we got to get rid of these skin tags too, Tim.
Oh, I know all about the skin tags. Yes. I've been living that skin tag life.
Yeah, a little light exfoliating real quick before we start our shit.
Yeah.
Circles?
Circle.
Okay. What if I start feeling like irritated a little bit? Because I'm feeling a little hot.
No, you want that. That's what it is. That's the exfoliation process.
I want to feel irritated?
Yeah, you have to feel the pain.
Should I go in deep?
Go as deep as you can.
No way.
Yeah. You got to go as deep as you can, because the more you fucking rough shit up, the more the product is going to penetrate the skin. It's all about penetration. Oh, looking nice and red.
Yeah?
That's what it's about. Rough it up. If it ain't rough, it ain't right.
Woo! I think I'm ready. Oh shit. How's this one looking? How's my strip looking?
The strip looks tight.
Okay.
Still got some good contact there.
Alright. Should we wait another couple minutes on the strip?
Yep.
It's taking a long time on this one. You can hear the I gotta not go ham on the keys because you can like hear the keys a lot in it. You know what I mean? But it's whatever.
Or when we're jamming, you can maybe swing.
Actually, yeah, nah. Actually, when we're both talking and shit, you might not be able to ham that much. Oh, now she's open though. I'm on that experimental wave. That NPR late at night vibe. Like that guy telling you about like his UFO stories out in like the spot where like New Mexico and like California and like Texas and like Alaska meet. And like mad people have all these like UFO stories. I'm just really inspired by this guy I saw on the internet that takes apart gear and modifies it. So eventually I just want to go full nerd and take apart electronics in a basement somewhere and just try to make my own instruments that I can't really play formally as a musician, but I will sample them and make head nodding, argue with your mom, underground type music. This ain't a Wu-Tang song, this ain't a Dipset song, this ain't a White Boy song, this ain't a OJ song, yo. The flow always lasts long. Piece to the clam sauce downstairs. Yo, watch me freestyle till my gray hairs turn to brown hairs, but who cares? Yo. This kid from a city went on tour but didn't have a suitcase, and he posted on Facebook that he needed a suitcase. Yo, if he asked me, I would've gave him a suitcase. Yo, it's Ricky with the same old face, but my face looks a little bit older than the older face I had when I was younger before. Watch me freestyle at the same old store that got bought out by old people, but now new people run it. And yo, and people don't have styles, they'll just sell anything and run it. Yo, hold on, put up stuff for sale, put up stuff on Craigslist, and I don't give a fuck, yo, I'm seeing through the mist. I need new glasses and I need to look more fly. Yo, you see me in the store and I just wanted to get more high. Yo.
There we go. Dirt back. Coming in hot. I mean, we showed you everything. What else? What else can I show you? We did some beauty product reviews. As you get older, you gain some weight. Skin tags start popping up.
Things happen.
Crazy stuff starts happening. You got to take advantage of the products in the beauty aisle. And I just had to go nuts in CVS one day and get me and Tim looking right. And eventually the stuff faded off a little bit, but we're still here.
Well, the big thing, Rick, is that it was not only looking right, but it was also feeling right.
Yeah.
And there was, it was getting rid of like the bad layers.
Yep.
It was kind of like bringing sage into a new apartment or something. It was like cleaning the slate. And Big Rick was, to thanks, we both bared our souls. And I bared my ass crack for a full 30 seconds.
I know, I should have.
It was a full 30 seconds. Yeah. So Rick hit me up earlier today and was like, yeah, did you see the video yet? And I'm like, nah, I didn't see it. And he's like, yeah, there's a little bit of ass crack in it. And I'm like, I'm thinking a little bit of ass crack. How long would you think a little bit of ass crack would be?
5 seconds.
Like 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
2.5. Full 30 seconds of ass. It was like a public fucking colonoscopy.
But you said.
What did I say?
Sex sells.
Sex does sell, Rick. We have a special guest here tonight. Rick, do you care to intro?
I have my longtime SPC friend, Dr. Nurse Paul. We have Nurse Paul live in the studio.
Oh, word.
And I just wanted to get some real, insider information about what's going on with the COVIDs and the coronas and all this stuff. And I figured, hey, easy, you got a microphone there.
Sorry.
Anyway, I wanted some insider information on what's really going on with COVID, what's really going on with people that are sick, and why not talk to a nurse that's on the front line? And I'm not even being sarcastic about it, but I'm saying, why not talk to someone who's working next to this stuff? And we got Nurse Paul. Nurse Paul, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show.
Well, first thing, this is what I wear every day, just to show people at home to see how covered we actually are. I'm protected more than anyone else.
Gloves too at work.
Gloves on, washing hands. Washing the hands is most important for everybody to know. That's how you kill bugs.
Okay.
And, I wear like a hazmat suit. We have to wear a face guard for droplet precautions. We wear eye protection. We have surgical masks if we're wearing an N95 mask that has like a vent so that we can't get it
proper ventilation.
So you have to put it on. So I have a green mask. It goes into the background, but so we have to wear these. I do sometimes a 16-hour shift with this on my face, and so I usually take like 2 half-hour breaks during that time. And if we eat, we have to pull it down. We have to pull it down over our chin, but it's going right back up, and it kills your ears. And we have to wear a head covering of some sort, and so you have to have all that stuff on.
See, you're fully geared up. Earlier, I went to the store and I opened the door, and the guy gave me shit because I didn't have the mask. I didn't have the appropriate attire, so I looked in my car and I'm looking for some sort of a face covering. So I ended up. I had a hooded sweatshirt, and I just pulled it tight, tied it around the back, walked in with the full hooded sweatshirt. So you have to wear that shit every day.
Every day. We've been wearing it. We have been wearing on the unit I work on. We wear it every day, all day, and we take it off if we're leaving the unit and go outside. But
I was relieving the unit at least like 5 or 6 times today.
No, not a part. No, can't. I'm the only nurse on my wing, and other places it's different. I work at 2 separate places, and PP is different. Like I work in a strictly COVID unit section in one place, and I work as in like a mixed population, and the PPE is like different in both places. We wear more in the COVID unit. We were more funded, so we get different stuff. But
of course,
the other place I work at is got perfectly adequate amount of PPE right now. It's short. Like the face masks, we have to wear some of these face masks for like 5 days straight, and they don't work.
So, sorry to cut you off. Since you're in the nursing field and you're in this stuff every day, what's the most common misconceptions about this stuff? Like that you hear amongst, what I'm sure you guys talk amongst each other. Like, what's the biggest misconceptions and and stuff like you guys talk about?
Well, so the testing is interesting. I'm not like a viral pathologist. I'm not a doctor. I'm a nurse that's like kind of seeing it. I haven't been seeing it for long. I haven't been a nurse very long, but I see things and I understand things and I think about them. And it's like the way a virus works is it comes into your body and your body develops immunity to it through antibodies. And we should be testing for the antibodies. We're testing now, but before we weren't. So we were testing for the presence of COVID-19. So if you have IG antibodies and IgG antibodies and IgM antibodies, the IgM antibodies are like the multi-purpose ones that will take care of a virus. And they die, and then they send a message back, so they send out IgG. It's like a second wave, and then you have immunity, and it usually lasts for like 2 to 3 years if it's the same as other coronaviruses like SARS or MERS that have come out of China. And so there's a lot of...
That it all come from China.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that too. I have my feelings on that. But
so real quick, you're wearing all of this gear. Yes. You're wearing multiple things, multiple precautions. Mm-hmm. Say, for instance, me, the asshole, going into the gas station with a hooded sweatshirt tied around his head. Is that actually doing something, or...
It's been doing something better than nothing.
That's so what it is.
Look at that, yeah, but like
it's like a condom with a hole in the side. At least you're like putting the effort.
I gotta keep it safe here.
I wouldn't advise using that piece of equipment either. As a nurse, I would have to advise you not to use that. It's not gonna be safe for you.
It's a family-friendly episode here.
Yeah, please. Yeah, no.
Please. Welcome to the Dirtbag Show. Pratt, we got Jay Pratt tuning in. Jay Pratt, what up?
All right.
What up, Pratt?
Hey, Jay. Yeah, so the testing,
keep texting me. We'll keep talking.
So the testing goes like this. So we have people that get tested. They do a nose swab, and they come back positive. So now we have to wait 14 days to retest them when they're asymptomatic. So they're asymptomatic. They get a negative test result. And then 2 weeks later, they test them again to get the second negative, and it's positive again. So if you look at the way viruses work,
yep,
you shouldn't be able to get a second positive test unless you can carry it but can't get sick from it. And the majority of cases we see like coming through, like the majority of people that come through are asymptomatic. They have other comorbidities because they're in elder care, but it's not.
So you're saying a lot of people are more at risk because of their health issues that already exist? Is that what you're saying?
Well, so like somebody that doesn't take care of existing conditions would maybe get affected. They're seeing that happen. Once again, I'm not a doctor, but what they're seeing happen is like people that don't take care of their blood pressure, this attacks their blood pressure. There's like...
it attacks your weaknesses.
Well, not your weaknesses. It's designed to... It's got like an ACE inhibitor ring around the virus, supposedly. And what that does is it like jacks into your cell and it sends out a hormone to like make your blood pressure rise, which can spread the virus more because it's making your blood go everywhere faster. So... And then if your blood pressure is going up and you already have high blood pressure, then you have putting your heart at risk. Now your heart's stressed out, and you have comorbidities. You're obese. Now you have problems. You have diabetes, and you can't eat for a couple days.
He's
Your
starting
blood
to scare
sugar
me a little
drops.
bit.
That stuff's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm
You should
starting-
be scared.
I'm starting to get a little
It's-
uncomfortable.
Scare is, it's okay. You should just have knowledge. You should have knowledge
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
And you don't have a lot. So.
And so,
it's crazy.
so a clip of David Portnoy's been going around that they played on like Fox News and a bunch of other stuff, and he was pretty much saying, "Look, I followed all the rules. I wore my mask. I stayed inside. I did this. I did that. Like when the F." Because we can't say the F bomb too much anymore. We're under some type of language things I'm hearing. Anyway, he's saying he's saying let's open the F up. Like I'm done. I waited. I wore my mask. I stayed inside. Like, and I don't know what to believe anymore. This and that. But like I think he was leaning towards like, let's open up. Was that the moral of the thing?
Yes, that was the moral of the thing. And as somebody that's on the front lines,
What? Yeah. Like,
do you think it's totally insane to open this shit up in a week?
I think we need to get more antibody testing done. So what I was trying to say is there's two types of antibodies. If you have the neutralizing antibody, then you can't give it to other people and you can't get it. So it's done. So that's how you get herd immunity. So if like I had it right now and you guys were immune, you had IgG, the people that you went and talked to next, that after I touched things of yours, couldn't get it because you neutralize it. Now it can pass on like things that are vectors like this. If I coughed into this and then someone wore it and it had it on it, they could get it. Or if they're using my glasses and it gets in their eyes, or any like portal of entry, you can get it. You can get anything from something.
Do we know what the shelf life is?
Yep, that's a good question.
Shelf life?
Yeah, like say
So how
for
about
instance,
this?
if
How about-
if a spore gets on that shield, and then somebody goes and they put it on, 3 days afterwards.
They're doing testing on that right now to see how long, like, because it takes like pressure and heat for
Yep.
things. And sometimes this infrared can kill it. So if you can get infrared light on stuff, and they're like disinfecting masks that way with infrared light.
Huh.
It's not safe to use it for your body, but you can use it to clean like, materials and equipment. You have to do that.
Okay.
Because at the same time this is all going on, you need to understand that there are people still in nursing homes that still are dying of the same stuff that they were dying of before this all happened.
Exactly.
So it's like, that's the problem. People talk about hospitals and all these healthy people getting sick and how it's it's nursing home week right now. So I just want to shout that out.
Shout out.
Family and nursing home business.
All the nursing home workers, those people
Yeah.
are all fucking saints. If you've
They
ever
are.
met anyone that's worked in a nursing home,
definitely.
absolutely saints.
So there was like a surge of people like migrating out, and I don't blame people because at the beginning of all this we had no knowledge and there was like very little protective like inventory in certain places to wear. So we were using these paper masks. We were using these. Before COVID-19, I would go into a patient's room with this on. That was on precautions, drop of precautions. I would take it off and I would throw it away when I was done. It would be waste.
Yep.
Now they're making people wear these 4 or 5 days because I'll tell you why. Because there's none left. And I see people walking downtown with the N95 masks, with the vents and all this nice equipment, and I see people when they should be quarantined doing stuff, going out and doing stuff, but they should be donating their stuff to nursing homes.
So say for instance, if you have a mask that's a 5-day mask, is that like kind of cause for concern? Like, should you not what's like
After 5 days?
Yeah, like what's the shelf life on the actual masks themselves before they have to be cleaned or discarded
away,
and reused?
5 days, or when they're soiled. So if something's been soiled, you obviously would throw it away and get a new one.
soiled? You mean like smells like bad breath?
No, soiled means that it has waste on it of any kind. Mucus, any kind.
But that's pretty much after a couple minutes, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Especially if you're somebody like Rick or Big Tim.
Yeah.
We have big lungs, we're full-bodied guys. Things are moving, particles are flying.
The cloth masks aren't regulated. There's regulations behind everything too. So like,
Yep.
I work at 2 different places. They both scored perfect on the state when they came in and check, and they check for certain like precautions if you're doing COVID care, and it's just it's a lot of stuff. You have to. This all costs money, and it's being thrown away every day. It has to be now. Like the suits.
Wait, that's made out of home wrap?
This is Tyvek.
Yeah,
Shit, I
Tyvek.
just- I
Yeah,
just-
that's
I just
what.
noticed that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's all.
We wear foot covers. We wear gloves.
Yep.
I mean, there's pretty much nothing on us, and it's a droplet precaution. So if you're not in the room with somebody and you're doing stuff, as long as you're taking care, we take really good care, and we're testing. They're testing now all the employees everywhere. And there's precautions going on for that too.
Oh, yeah,
So-
this was a good one, too. I saw a lady in the store, and I told her I had a friend that was a male nurse, and she was so happy to hear that. And she said, no, she was. I'm not even kidding, man. She said, good. She said, we need more guys because sometimes I take care of people, and they're big, and I can't get them up on myself. Or me and another girl have to struggle to get this person up by ourselves, and we need more guys out there. How do you... feel about that?
I think it's funny because I never thought I'd ever be a nurse. Ever. I mean, I was doing a lot of different things before this,
Yeah.
but I got into like care. Started working with adults with disabilities in that population.
Yep.
And I like fell in love with like caring for people.
Mm-hmm.
I do it better than I do for myself sometimes, you know. And,
See, that's funny is that I've actually done that. I've worked with kids with disabilities and stuff, and it didn't make me want to care for anyone ever again.
what?
I enjoyed the work.
I hope.
but
I hope God melts your heart.
No, my heart was melted by all the people that I worked with. I enjoyed the work. I enjoyed but it didn't make me want to care for anyone. I'll never have a kid. Like I'm just not like a kid guy. Like I don't want to care for anyone because I already feel like I'm doing such a shitty job at caring for myself. So it's just going to be terrible for everybody else involved. But you actually had a connection with it. Like you care for these people. And like you like what you do, and that's such a rare thing now, and especially in that industry. Like I said, it's not all glamour and glitz in the healthcare industry. You know,
It's not at all.
It's not at all, not in any way, shape, or form. And to be able to get up and do it every day, and especially now, you know.
Well, talk about what you said the other day. How some people that have sick family members can't see their family members. So
That's
the last moments of their life they spend with nurses and stuff right now. You know.
So like the biggest part is like I said before, the prior comorbidities before COVID-19 are still going on. And so like somebody that has Alzheimer's and is going down like a downward slope, losing the ability to recall memory or like understand what people are saying, we have to use like either telecommunications, which are oftentimes like very distant for people. They don't know what it is. They don't know if they're looking at a magazine. Like how do they know that that's a telecommunication device when they're in these stupors, right? So like we're forcing that on them, which is great that we have that, but like that's the only thing we can do unless they're, really going out. We can arrange meetings, and we do that, and then we provide PPE for the patients' families, and they're allowed to come in for a certain amount of time. But it's still just like, if you think about it, like for the last like 3-4 months, this has been going for like 4 months, a quarter of a year, like a third of a year, a third of a year, and I've been blessed to be like not affected by it in a negative way. It's only positively affected me, which is nice. But it's like affecting thousands of people.
Oh yeah,
and it's just
millions. It's everyone in the country. You know,
it's out of control.
Well, yeah. we
Smooth transition, Rick.
We're giving you the current events. We're not just a hip hop show. We're giving you the current events.
Multifaceted.
We're giving you the skincare product reviews. We're gonna do more of those. We might do some cigarette reviews eventually too. If the funding goes up.
Of course, our guest does not approve of that. But,
oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
yes,
we're not supposed to talk about that.
Yes, we're all gonna pretend that we're fucking healthy too. But that's gonna happen.
And
you did get a good pizza. It was, and then the slices left.
Shout out Vesuvius. That was great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Vesuvius always hooking up, breaking balls. You guys are the best.
Yep. And eventually, too, we're going to do some new product reviews, some production equipment and stuff, and some fancy gadgets we got on the way.
Things are happening. Things are moving.
Eventually, we'll get him involved, too, because Paul is also a great artist, great musician. He has a band. I don't know. Are you ready to say the band name? You can't
what
say it
don't
yet?
you do?
I'm a Renaissance man.
You can't say
Okay.
Can you say the band name?
Cocoa Caramel.
The Cocoa Caramel.
Shout out to Pat and Miles All right, that's our band.
Good guys.
We're
Cocoa
smooth-
caramel.
We're
It
smooth
just
and
makes,
mellow.
It
does.
It makes
does.
my left nipple just
It's
twitch
kind
a
of
little.
like it's 311. It's going back to 311.
Oh,
Party.
now it's making it twitch a
You
lot.
would say 311?
It's got a little bit
I
of
put you.
everything.
I put you
Above 311. Did we have like one song?
I mean, in the like, you're just cooler than 311.
Well, of course we don't wear puka necklaces.
Yeah.
What's a puka?
You're
That's a
not
shell
familiar
one.
with the puka shell?
Sometimes they would saw it in half, so it,
It
had,
sounds like a
three
crack pipe.
tones.
Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to talk about that stuff.
Showing his colors.
The puka shell.
Showing his colors.
No, that was the Shell station down on the block
Yeah.
that you could go and score cocaine at.
Okay,
The
okay.
puka. The
I
puka
also
shell.
I don't condone any of this behavior. None of it.
But
I hope
yeah,
God and Jesus come into your hearts. boys.
I recorded, and they actually didn't think I was gonna do shit. I recorded a great video clip and
great.
and
Into the future.
and an audio recording of them guys. Like, basically, you freestyled like 5 songs, didn't you? Those
Yeah, we just get together and we
like
freestyle.
made 5 freestyle
Hits.
songs,
First
like
hits.
on the spot. Can we play one of those on the show one day?
Of
like
course.
A clip?
Yes.
Into the future.
But dude, like,
you're
I
welcome.
really thought, like, I knew he was freestyling at some points, but then other times I'm like, oh, like, these guys jam a lot. Like, this is probably a song that they
Never.
like. And like everything, it was. I was impressed.
Never. So when I play music with these guys,
I was impressed.
we never ever played the same song because we don't all know how to play the instruments right. we just know how to jam.
That's their bag.
we
Yep,
just know how to
that's their
jam.
bag.
We know how to jam.
Us too.
So me and Pat, the drummer, are like acquaintances. Miles is like my best friend. But like Miles knows how to play all that diddly doop on the piano, like pretty. Yeah, he sounds like fanfare, and sometimes.
Fanfare.
But he's really good at making like the background synth like waves and stuff like that.
Okay, which is
and then
always
Pat,
nice.
Pat like likes metal, so he can like do lots of fills on the drums, like really good. And then I have a looper pedal, and I just like I don't even know how to play guitar.
he just builds.
I
He
just build
builds.
loops up,
good.
and then I just let myself go. And I have like a long time ago, I realized that if I just let my mouth open, words are gonna fall out no matter what. And sometimes you just gotta let.
Rick way.
Yeah, Rick's deeper though, because he like jumps off and goes some weird stanzas. You don't have a regular flow.
Yeah.
But I used to freestyle, and I liked it, and it was easy to like just like think ahead. I don't know why. I can always think ahead a little bit. So maybe that's why I'm a nurse now. I don't know.
Yeah, you're thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Well, we brought it from the COVID to the music.
Get tested.
And-
That's what all I want to
Yes.
say.
Yep.
Get that Q-tip.
The big
jammed
no,
in
it's
your
not.
friggin'
No,
nostril.
that's
No.
not the one you need to do. The real test everybody needs to do is the antibody test. It will tell you if you have the antibodies and if you are have been in contact with it, or if you haven't become in contact with it, or if you're over it and you're immune. That's what
Okay.
you need to know, because the false positives and negatives are going everywhere. The testing's so like behind where it's at. I mean, this is brand new. And it was designed. I'm saying it. Let me just tell you something. You
It's
watch the
gotta be.
Netflix. Watch the Netflix episode, right? About it. It's a propaganda video. 29 minutes of propaganda. They come out with it a month into COVID. How do they get all this stuff, right?
Yeah,
They
no
say
shit.
this. This is what they say. Well, the World Health Organization. This is not a man-made virus because no one would ever do it this way.
Can you turn towards the camera, please?
Oh, sorry. So no one.
I know. I noticed that he was like hard. He was like hard left for like, a long time.
So no one would ever
It
do
was
it this way.
impending.
So no one would ever do it this way.
Yeah.
Why would everyone do it? That's how
Yeah.
people rob banks. Oh, we got robbed. How? We never thought they'd do it that way.
Yeah.
So it's never been done this way. Now, this is what happens. They say it came from Wuhan, and it came from a wet market. People eating bat soup. But what they didn't tell you was, they do, but they keep it off like hush. We also have a lab in Wuhan where we take bats and scrape off the viruses and keep them in jars and we test them. Okay, what's more likely? A guy cooks soup in 260, 365 degree wok temperatures. Bat soup in it because they don't like it raw. It's gross. That's wood meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Wood meat?
Would
Wood
be-
meat. In the wood, the game meat. It's gamey tasting. It's from out in the woods.
Okay.
Right? So they do that. Or somebody had the COVID virus in a jar. Something broke, got on somebody. Next thing you know, they go to eat bat soup at Wuhan, and then they spread it at the place. It came from a factory.
It's the thing to me that doesn't make sense is that, like, how does the fact that somebody ate soup, and now if they cough on something, fucking like
That's the crazy part about the virus, though. So, like, this virus has such, like, an immediate, like, able to spread. So, like, we did, like, chest x-rays on people. One day, they're fine. Chest x-rays are clear.
Yep.
That's what I'm hearing. And then 3 days later, after
Crazy
they were positive,
infection.
it's just, like, full. And it's like nothing does this. What it does, it hangs out up in the nasal passageway, and then it builds up and then drops down, and you get it into, you aspirate on it somehow into your lungs, and it goes down into your lungs, and that's how you get it. Yeah.
Jeez.
And it's coming up in different ways. It's mutating a little bit. They're saying that in places there's rashes. You know, it's all weird. You can't.
Yeah.
It's all hearsay now.
Yeah.
Because you're listening to like 6 channels on the news talk about it. And
Exactly.
And it's
You're
all
getting
ridiculous.
it from so many sources.
It's all ridiculous. We have such a good program going on. We're protecting people. There are shortages. The nursing homes are really being left out of all this hospital stuff.
Yeah.
That's where people like
As far as funding or
Just attention.
media, yeah.
attention, funding. Like I said, there's a lot of people losing people, and it's like it doesn't matter because it's like COVID-19 right now. It's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
It is.
gotta-
It is. And so, if you had any closing words to the community on the COVID-19 thing, what would you say to everybody?
I would say like don't be scared of something. Be smart and be knowledgeable. Be knowledgeable. Like G.I. Joe, knowing's half the battle. Okay.
Yes.
And wash your hands. Like before this, people are just dirty. Wash your hands.
It's pretty easy.
Don't cough and burp out loud and spread germs. Because I think we get cocky. We live in this technological society and we don't realize that there's things right now in the air and on our skin, right as we speak,
Oh, yeah.
that can kill us.
Things are fucking moving right now.
Everywhere, especially on the dirtbag boys.
Oh, yeah. I can see it just looking.
After that
Every
mask,
time the close-up comes in, I can see it growing.
Well, back to the hip hop portion.
Yeah,
of the Dirtbag Show.
So this week, we had a big fucking week, a lot of pre-production
Big
this week,
interview.
a lot of things happening. Why don't you preface this interview and lead us into the break,
we,
Rick, huh?
we had the last interview with Charles Rosa, and it was more of on an MMA tip. We still talked about some hip hop stuff with him, but this week we're back with a New York City legend who's my friend,
Yeah.
who I met through Thurston Howell, and basically Power Rule. This guy's been around forever. Prince Power Rule, I should say. Prince has been around forever. Came out 89, I think, was his first single, but he really came on the scene in 91 with his album, with his group Power Rule, with DJ Axe and Evil. And I just think he has a great story. He's similar to Thurston Howell, where he like knows everybody. You know, you mentioned the Beat Nuts, you mentioned Curious, you mentioned MF Doom. Like he knows everybody, and even without that, he's already ill. But just the stories that come up in those times of we were hanging out here, and this guy popped up, and this guy popped up, and then we went here, and then he was live at the barbecue.
He was one of those guys in the background that you'd see in videos all the time, and just like in hip hop things,
Yep.
he was the guy. He was the guy in the background.
He was around. He was at a lot of
in the
places.
cut,
Always fresh too. Always dipped.
always fully dipped.
And so, we got a great interview with him, just talking about his story, talking about how he came into the game, and then what he's up to today.
All right, let's check it out. What do you think, boys?
Roll it up.
Love it.
Back with our special guest this Saturday, Poetic Groove Interscope recording artist, Power Rule. You are
Evil. And I'm the Prince Power.
Yo, DJ Axe. Okay, Prince, I'm told I'm supposed to talk to you. What's your songs about? What are they about?
Well, most of our songs deal with our community and where we grew up, and a lot of things about, just having a good time also.
Where did you grow up? What is your community?
I grew up in New York City, all 3 of us. I'm from Queens, he's from Queens, and he's from Strong Island, Long Island.
All right, Dirtbag Boys here with New York City legend Prince Power Rule. Been in the game forever, and we're just gonna ask him some questions about his story because through meeting him through Thurston Howell, I went through and listened to his music, and I was like, man, why isn't this dude talked about more? He's got songs with legends. He's been around forever. He was live at the motherfucking barbecue. Why didn't I already know this guy? But I am for real happy I met this dude, man. And yeah.
What an intro, Rick.
Yeah, come on, I'm trying here.
He's doing it.
It sounded so professional for a minute. I really was impressed.
It was funny that I'm like a huge hip hop aficionado, rap nerd type of dude, and fucking Rick told me about you, and I was like, how did this guy get under my fucking radar? And like, I started like delving into your back catalog and everything, and I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking fresh. Like, it was really dope being able to go back and listen to a couple albums worth of shit. Like Dawn to Dusk, that's my shit.
Yeah, that one did pretty good. Banging. I had like it was a funny thing, man, because you know, growing up, I'm a product of the 80s, you know? I mean, but really a child of the 70s. So I had this weird relationship with music where I'm just as much, you know, Rick knows, I'm just as much as a rock head as I am a hip hop head. You know, 70s rock and roll was monumental, you know? Yep. I loved stuff before it and after it, but for me, you know, the 70s rock era was incredible. So I really came up on that, and then once the breakdancing hit and everything and rap started to explode, then I gravitated towards hip hop because it was people of color. You know what I'm saying? So I was interested in it because I never seen people like myself being touted as stars, you know, and especially from my generation and my age group. So I kind of switched over. I have a funny moment one time in my life. There's a picture. If y'all edit later or whatever, you can find it like on my Facebook and shit. It's of me singing in the Battle of Bands in Cardozo High School with my group Iron Angel. And Iron Angel, we used to do covers of, you know, heavy metal joints. And I'm singing a song, and I remember that day in the Battle of the Bands, we were the last band to go on, and the fourth band to go on was an R&B band, and they played Outstanding, and they were playing the song Outstanding, and during their song, I started dancing in my rock outfit. I started breakdancing. So I was breakdancing right before I got on stage and sang Judas Priest, Breaking the Law.
Hell yeah.
Who the fuck broke dance right before they went on stage to sing Judas Priest, Breaking the Law?
So, yo, one thing that, like, kind of gravitated me to your story was just kind of, like, finding out that you were pretty much the first Puerto Rican dude, like, on the New York, like, rap scene, like, to have, like, a record deal. Like, what was that kind of like?
I don't really, you know, a lot of people say that, but it's really wrong because in essence, when you really think about it, you know, Rocksteady Crew may not have been considered a real rap group, and it was I think, I'm not sure, you know, how Crazy Legs thought about the record or whatever, but Rocksteady had a deal, and they had a record called Hey You Rocksteady Crew, and there was like some rapping on it and singing. I don't know if he was totally serious about the record when they made it or whatever. Yep. We kind of liked it, you know, it was cool, but no, it didn't spawn a rap career for them. And then, of course, my idol coming up was Tito from the Fearless Four, and he was Puerto Rican, and he was the best dude in Fearless Four to me. You know, he was my favorite. And Prince Marky D from the Fat Boys, man, that dude, his voice and his delivery was crazy. And they were both Puerto Rican. Now, if you want to say, yeah, the first group to come out, you know, without being accompanied by somebody else that wasn't Puerto Rican, you know, they were in groups with African Americans. And, you know, we definitely, we were all Latino group, first ones come out in NYC for sure. That's the truth. And they had a couple of novelty groups back in the days that came out. Well, they had Mean Machine too, and Mean Machine, but they rhymed in Spanish and English. So, I mean, the only thing I could say maybe that we were first of was being an all Spanish group that didn't have to rhyme in Spanish. Yep. And, you know, the Power Rule name came from the 5% Nation of Islam. So, you know, we came from the hood and everything. So, yeah, you know, it was, you know, it was prevalent because we came up at a time where MTV started to explode and BET Rap City and the video jukebox that you ordered and Ralph McDaniel's video music box. Yep. And we were that first image that kids my age grew up seeing that, oh shit, there go a group that's all PR dudes. And we ain't even all PR. I'm PR, Axe is Puerto Rican and Dominican. And Evil was half Mexican. But, you know, everybody, so being Puerto Rican was the predominantly Latin ethnicity in New York City, so they just thought everybody was Puerto Rican. So we just ran with it. It was all good for me because I am Puerto Rican, so it's all good.
Yeah.
you said you would ride the bus with LL Cool J?
Absolutely.
You had a great story about
so
that.
I grew up in Shadyville, Queens, and that's right next to where he grew up. And like he grew up in like Cambria Heights. So like, it's all like Jamaica, but there's all little towns in it. But it's all like South Jamaica, Queens, North Queens, South Jamaica, North Jamaica, whatever. But so the bus that he used to take to go see Cut Creator, his DJ, was the Q3A. And all of us took the Q3A because we were in the 2 fare zone. So that means we had to take a bus to the train. So he grabbed the 3A where he was at by his crib, and then it would stop by my crib. So we'd jump on, and then we would see him on the back of the bus, and he'd have his radio, and he'd be playing demos, and he introduced himself. Like, because when we walked on the bus, we were B-boys. We had this hats for a crew that we were in at that time called the Freeze Force. So my shit said Freeze Force on it, and he would be like, yo, man, I was down with this group called the Almighty Freeze MCs before and everything. I know how to break too and shit. You were just happy to see other hip-hop dudes. If you wasn't fighting, you were like, oh, shit, you hip-hop? Yeah, I'm hip-hop too. You know what I'm saying? So we would kick it and shit, and then I would see him coming home from the clubs at night because he'd be going out at night, and we'd be riding the bus back together and when we get back to go back around the way.
Nice. You got any? You been to the tunnel? You got tunnel stories too?
Yeah, well, I used to go to the tunnel, but I went to the tunnel before it got really commercialized and big and real violent.
Was it a Sunday night?
I did my violent club days much earlier than that. Like, that was like the violent club shit for them. I know Mob used to go there and all that, and dudes used to wild out and shit like that. But I had already did that. I was down with Ball Busters, and I was tearing up fucking, Latin Quarters and fucking Roseland and shit like that, and Wildin' Out and Heartthrobs and all those clubs. And, we used to tear shit down. So, I try to take my rap years in life as to enjoy them and not to be into confrontations and conflicts.
So speaking of shows and stuff, what was the day like leading up to Live at the Barbecue? Because I'm sure you thought it was just another jam and didn't think it was this thing that'd be this like legendary moment that people always point to,
Well, I kind of did know that it was going to be something big, because we all knew that Video Music Box was taping. Then we knew... And we knew, because I was there because of Fatal and because of Large Professor. So we were all friends. The Large Professor was working on an album with me. So we were chilling all the time, and we'd hang out, and he was like, yo, roll up to the show today. The song I got with Nas, we gonna do that shit. And we was like, all right, bet. So I was out already. They wasn't really out like that yet. And so I fucking rolled up to the show with 2 bitches in the fucking limousine and shit. And I had fucking, I remember I had like a brown leather on with some, I forgot what kind of jeans, but I had some brown Clarks and shit. I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? And I was and like I said, I took my rap days as, I'm going to enjoy this. I made it against all fucking odds to make it. Not just because, we poor and we just trying to make music, but the fact that I was Puerto Rican, or I am Puerto Rican, and made it in the rap game, and I was on all the digital mediums at that time, well, not digital. I was on, the video mediums and the radio mediums. I was killing it. I had a hit out the box. So I went there to go to enjoy myself. So if you notice, when they perform, I'm on the stage with them, we wilding out, we going, yeah, that's your. But they started jumping around so much, I had them brand new Clarks on. I didn't want nobody to step on my Clarks. So eventually, you see, as they start jumping more, I start fading out into the background a little bit because I ain't want nobody to step on my shit. Period.
Classic. Classic. And so the Stretch and Bob documentary came out. We see your picture pop up at the beginning. We see your name and stuff. You have any memorable moments being up there? I know you told me you had some good road trips with Stretch. Any memorable moments from being up there?
I mean, that show, we were going up there because we were all friends and we loved music. And we thought it was like, how the fuck they gonna let us be on the radio? We didn't really think that, and I say us because I'm talking about me and George were there from like the earliest days. George was hosting that show first. George was the original host. Then it evolved into, Bob hosting. But Stretch had the show. We were all cool, and we used to hang out. And me and Stretch got along because me and Stretch started talking about growing up as kids. And then, we both enjoyed listening to rock music. He was a big Van Halen fan. I love Van Halen.
Yep.
And we used to bug out. So we had a lot of things in common. So we used to just kick it all the time. So it really was just a place for us to kick it. And then it just evolved into something that, was historic where, so many ill groups came by. I think the funniest memories for me there probably were when we stopped playing the music and it just became a thing that once like 4 o'clock hit, no more music, and we're just going to take phone calls, and Sia is just going to start snapping on motherfuckers. And that shit is like, when I wasn't there, I would wait till 4 o'clock to turn on Stretch and Bob. I mean, I might tune in a little bit here and there, but I knew at 4, because we was young and we was all hanging out. I probably went to the club, came back, we was chilling with some girls or whatever. Boom, the next party starts in the crib where we throw on Stretch and Bob. 4 o'clock in the morning, Sia is just going in on dudes. And it's just hilarious. Dude talking about how they gonna kill him and come up to the station. It's just, and Sia would just be snapping away, man. I'm telling you, man, it was must listen to radio. It was great.
That's great. He's a fucking legend. That guy's the best.
You can't be doing interviews and not ask about my fucking.
Oh no, that was in. That was.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was in there.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna ask about meeting at Thurston's house first, and then bring it to the leftovers because Miami is how I met you. So, did you like your whole experience, like going to see Wynwood in that neighborhood and stuff, and going to Miami?
Yeah, that whole experience was cool and very new for me again because I had a layoff from music. If people know or don't know, a lot of times when people be like, "Yo, I never heard your stuff," because I popped up in the early 90s, late 80s, 89 was when Smooth came out, like I said, and that did real well. You can imagine just, you go from ramen in the park to hanging outside your girlfriend's house one day on a Friday night, and everybody's listening to the radio. There's only one rap radio show, 2 at the max. You have BLS and Kiss, so it's either Red Alert or you listening to Mr. Magic and Marley Marl. So boom, you can imagine one night I'm sitting outside listening to Mr. Magic, Marley Marl, and you hear Marley's equivalent of the Flex Bomb was the world premiere.
Yep.
World premiere. So you hear EPMD Big Payback and it says world premiere, and boom, he mixes in my shit. The fucking, on a spring night in the hood, every car driving by, you hear your shit. Every single fucking car. It was insane, dude. I mean, once my cousins and all my boys heard, they drove up to the crib. They knew where I was at. I was up in Jamaica on like 183rd. And at my girl's crib, they all came over there, blasting it. And it's like, we all made it. Like, that was the greatest moment. That, and then seeing your video for the first time on, like, Rap City, I was just like, oh, shit, I'm on BET Rap City, kid. And I'm killing it right now.
Very nice.
Dirtbag.
And in true dirtbag and hip hop fashion, we got cut short
Yes, but
because of the Skype connection. But we're gonna come back with more with him.
we plan on Prince Power Rule being a recurring guest
Oh yeah.
on the show and having him coming back and telling more tales. That could even be its own segment.
Yeah, it's good. A lot of podcasts, they have to fantasize about this era and stuff, and we're giving you the insider insight,
Direct deposit.
the insider insight. But you know what I mean. We're giving you the first.
We're going right up there.
Yeah, we're going right up there and showing you,
like a vodka soaked tampon.
those hip hop times people romanticize so much about. We're giving it to
Do
you.
not condone that.
We're giving it to you.
So, yeah.
Let me hear you talk more. Let me hear that Bob Barker mic.
Why don't you come down here,
Ooh.
down to the front stage, and pick a number there, Sam.
Come on down.
Come on down for
Fantastic.
the Dirtbag Boys. All right.
So now we come to the portion of the show where we improvise.
Yep, and tonight we're doing it's kind of like doing a preheated meal. You know, we're just gonna play some fucking We're doing a nice Stofus night, a light night. We're just gonna put in a Stofus lasagna. You know, maybe heat up a little bit of garlic bread. That's it. But it's still it's what you need.
Because Timmy worked his ass off for the show. He had the Power Rule interview already set up, and then boom, things crashed, and he had to do the whole fucking 3-hour thing in 3 hours again. But he fucking did it, and he made it. It kind of was. It really was.
It's all right.
Because these backgrounds I give him for the show, I send him, like, I never know the right file size, as you know.
Never.
So I send him.
I used to do his artwork for screen printing.
But I also don't want it to be too small and then look like shit and then get 17 text messages from people who know me like, dude, you're a photographer, that background. So I fucking sent. Sorry for the cuss. I send him.
It's all right. You're trying. You're trying. You're trying.
Long story short, I sent him humongous files for the backgrounds, and one of them was too big and pretty much messed up his whole computer for 3 hours.
Yeah, the thing fucking it had a full meltdown. Did not compute.
Yep.
Did not compute with Ricky Three Ways fire logo.
But that's because he has the new tech. He's high tech.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got the iPad now.
Cutting edge.
So Tonzo worked his ass off. We haven't been DJing much. Our DJ careers have taken a little slump right now.
A little bit.
Taking a slump and a dump. So we decided to fire up the old CDJ.
Yeah.
The old Pioneer. This thing's still kicking. My rain mix is still kicking. They made 17 new ones. After I went out and gotten this one, they've made 17 more since then.
We put on my scratching glasses, huh?
But, get into
I
something.
condone.
Play you
Why
guys.
don't we? Let's all get glassed up.
Yes, let us glass. There is glass between us. Now we can feast and enjoy life.
Beats by yours truly.
Sometimes my guitar samples get snuck in here, don't they?
You want to start them off slow, Tawny, or you want to pick it up? Let me know.
It depends on what our vocalist guessed and yourself.
I can't really get
Oh.
much from this side.
Can you not hear the beat?
You can't hear?
I can hear it. It's light, though.
It needs to be louder.
No, I mean, it might just be the track, too. There we go. That's
Okay.
good.
All right.
You want to go get a little faster? How we looking, Tim?
Yeah, maybe funk up a little bit.
Oh. About to drop, Timmy. Wait for it. Wait for it. To whoever. You know that beat go hard. You can't hear it?
Can I hear? Oh, there it is.
Yo, I can barely hear myself in this thing. You gotta rap first, son. You're the nurse.
Okay. All right. I'll try.
Big P.
Big P.
Big P.
Alright.
You want me to set this thing? You getting cold feet? You want to warm it up?
Yeah, warm it up for me.
Oh, we gotta switch back. Come on. This thing on? This thing on? Yeah. It's the Dirtbag Show, live on the Friday. We could go Tuesday or we could go Wednesday, but we go Friday. And Timmy scratch my way, Timmy scratch his way, all down the highway. From here down to Hampton, from Hampton to Virginia. Never been to Virginia, but I'm down for a road trip or a COVID trip. They leave in New York City because David Portnoy said so. I just heard my sound cut out. I don't know why, but it cut out though. I don't hear nothing now though, but there's about to be a new beat though on the show.
You're on the beats too, right?
But like the mic it cut out like every. I'm on 2 mics also. This is mics.
Yeah, that's maybe that's the problem.
Yeah.
Everything.
My headphones are the problem.
Everything went out. Hold on.
It's okay.
For me, like everything went out.
Hold on a second. It's only gonna be one headphones then.
Okay.
Seems like we're having a problem with the splitter.
Oh.
Big Tonzolini. Troubleshooting on the fly.
Whoa, that's loud. Hey, guys are good.
I can't hear shit, but you
It's going to be one pair of headphones
Okay.
at a time, boys.
Okay.
Whoa, that's loud.
Let me show these guys how it's done. You guys need a real. I got a mic. I got a Madonna mic.
All right.
Yo, excuse.
Play the beat from the top, Rick.
Yeah.
We could
All right.
just put those on the table. We could listen to it. We won't use the mic.
No, dude, we can't do that. Come on, this is everything. Just it keeps like things cut out. It's like crunching out.
Don't use those headphones. You're using these headphones, right?
No, no. The right pair was on my head.
All right, these are the ones that need to be used then.
Then take these out. Those blew my ears out.
You're gonna give Timmy a fucking stroke.
Tim's
No
fast,
shit.
bro. Look how
Jesus
quick he's.
Christ.
You guys see this? It's like solving.
There we go.
Indy 500.
All right, so we're only using these headphones.
Change your tires,
Yeah.
baby. Change
All
your
right.
tires.
We need a beat.
Yeah, get a new beat.
Got a little something for you. Dirtbag Live. I said on a Friday. We could go Saturday or we could go Sunday. We could have a ham dinner, we could have a vegan dinner, we could have some onions or we could have some broccoli. Shit, I need some tomato sauce and I need some pasta, but I'm getting low on the carbs, getting high on the juicing machine. Put the ginger and the carrot and the pineapple juice in the juicer. My friend said make fruit cake from the pulp. I said, what you think? I'm a fruit cake? I don't know what to do with the pulp. Timmy don't know what to do with the pulp. So I take the pulp, put it down the thing that eats the trash up. Yeah, I'm Ricky and I'm fat, looking like I ate the trash up. Looking like I ate the gas up, and I smoked the gas up. And I'm talking about gasoline, not that good weed. Keep the weed away from me. Shit, I should be real sober, I should be real older. Looking like I'm 38, looking like I'm 22, looking like I'm 27. Shit, who the hell are you? Yeah, watch my cuss real quick, watch me bust real quick. In the real quick, yeah. Snack mix, better have extra macadamia nuts and the almonds too. Shit, I got a brand new ocean view, like I was out in the hall, acting real nonchalant. And I got a salad and it's got a crouton, and I just crashed on Dundee's futon out in West Peabody, like I need a new pool, like I need a new school, but I need a new class and I need a new gas. Make sure it's always unleaded. Yeah. Muskie gonna set it and rap again. I got a new beat, it's gonna go back again. It's called a loop and it loops and it comes back when it loops. Here we go. Hold on, that's a bad beat.
It comes back when it loops.
Turn on that channel up a little bit. Yeah. Got it, Muskie?
All right, I'm trying to get through the stage.
We got Nurse
right
Paul. Nurse Paul next up on the mic.
Now.
Here we go. Yo. Set it, son. Tell them how you feel. Tell them today's math.
They call me Nurse Paul. I'm walking down the hall, passing out the pills and Demerol. I'ma give it to you all, if you need it. Look at your face and see if the pain rating's good. I'ma give it to you if you need it on the low. If you need it, I'ma give it to you. Yo, I'ma show you how to be a real man. Pick up a person right after they were in the can. Man, that poop's like damn. I seen a lot of things, but man, today was crazy. 12 hours, man. Seen a lot of weird stuff, but I'll still do it every day.
Let me get the headphones. Keep the cipher. Oh, I don't need the mic. Look at that. Keep it going. Oh, this is a good one. Timmy on the cut. Big Timmy on the cut. Oh, a little exotic flavor. I've listened to all these beats so much and never really rapped over them. Yo. Yeah, Timmy on the cut, Timmy on the fader, Timmy looking like Darth Vader even when he's pale. Watch me sail to a new type of seas. Shit, I'm doing it with ease. I should be out in Belize, then out in Ibiza. I would never eat cheese. Nah, I'm kidding, yo, I love the cheese and the ice creams. And I had dessert for the appetizer, then had a new meal, then the oatmeal, then I reheat the mother effing oatmeal. My friends told me to watch my cussing on the show, so I'm trying to not cuss on the show, but I really wanna effing cuss on the mother effing show. But I keep going on, and I hope YouTube don't censor me if I say the F word or the S word or the C word or the B word or the A word or the B word. Running out of words, Muskie say something.
D words,
out of breath.
C words, big birds, cheeseburgers. That's lettuce, Rick. You should eat it, cause you eat too much meat, it's gonna make you sick. He eats a beef in one bite. He gets it cooked too long, it ain't right. 3 ways, light sauce. I don't need it anyway, that's the boss, I'm a toss. Every beef, yes, slap some, eat some, yes I eat, yes. I'm blessed, go to anyone, get a beef 3-way light sauce, toasted bun, yum.
Okay. Get those headphones back. Oh, I don't need them. I mean, we just did it for you. We just did it for you guys. Like, I hate to keep rapping because then I say the worst possible things I could ever say. My friends all texted me, said we were swearing too much, so I cut the swears a little bit. Timmy's cutting the cuts a little bit. Paul gave you the COVID a little bit. Not literally.
Not good though, maybe.
Well, let Timmy bring this one out, because Timmy wants to speak
Shout
with
out
his
to
hands
Bean
right now.
Beasley.
He's gonna let out his aggressions right now with his hands.
Shout out to Bean
Like
Beasley.
a true
Shout out to
turntablist.
the-
Give me one more beat.
To the
We
G-Town
got.
boys.
Oh, come on, man. We got that
The
queued up
G-Town
already.
boys.
We got stuff coming.
Let me get one more.
Ooh, faster.
I need a little pump. Okay.
I can speed it up too. Hold on. What do you got? Big Tim on the cut.
Watch out when you're walking down the street. You could find me. I'll be walking down the street too. Watch me when you're walking down the street, cause I found you, now I got you.
Talk.
Ooh, what you know about me? I'm the one and only man, Mr. Turbo Steve. I'm coming crazy cause I'm getting it greased. And I turn my microphone so you can see my face. Hey, that's what I do. Put a voice and I can talk like you. I can be anything you want me to. And I put anything I like my shoes. I'ma drop the cruise. I'ma drop, don't drink the booze. I'ma plop, and poo. Cause I like to drop things that look like doo.
I didn't know we were having the chipmunks on. But I know Timmy is scratching his chest off right now.
I just wanted to do a voice. Makes me feel better.
Look at that. I knew he needed to get into some deep cuts tonight.
Fingers are smoking. They're smoking.
Dude, he does all that with half a thumb.
What?
Yeah, he's got a missing thumb.
No way.
Yeah, look at his fucking thumb.
Oh wow, I call that that's a DJ.
That's a nub. That's a DJ nub.
That's a
DJ Nubs.
DJ Nip Nub. DJ Nip Nub.
Timmy on the
DJ
cut.
Nip Nub.
Timmy on the
DJ
cut.
Nip Nub.
Timmy on the cut. Timmy on the cut.
Shake
Tim on the
it.
cut.
Shake
Timmy on
it.
the cut. Quarantine
Shake it,
cuts.
shake it.
Quarantine cuts. Quarantine cuts.
Cold
Timmy on the
cuts.
cuts.
Cold
Cold cuts. Cold cuts. Cold cuts.
Haircuts.
Hot cuts.
Beard cuts.
Cuts.
Sleeping cuts.
I think we gotta. You know, we can't give him too much. We gotta keep him coming back for more. I think you're all cut up. You cut up?
I'm a little cut up.
You cut up a little bit.
You look like I need to give you some sutures.
That was the biggest display of turntablism we've showed on the show so far, and we didn't even need real turntables. We're doing it. We're doing it with
We're
the
doing
CDJs.
something, kids. CDJs.
We're out
bringing
here.
it back.
We got more hot, time sensitive interviews coming, more content coming, more reviews coming, music reviews, all types of reviews.
We have next week. We're actually doing
reviews.
some marijuana reviews.
Yep.
With
legal
marijuana,
CBD only.
Won't be here for that.
Yeah.
Full CBD.
But we actually have a friend of the show, Jake Gaddam of the Cannabis Radio Network, is going to come in with a bunch of fucking weed for us to smoke. Several different jars, varieties. And this guy is like, he does a show called The Average Joe Grow, and he's fucking killing shit. He's growing some of the best shit I've ever smoked. And it's all going to be here next week. We're going to show strains. We're going to get some fucking action shots. We're going to get up there nice and tight. We're going to have some great just content for all of you that have been watching and putting up with my just toothless ways and my terrible, awful swearing, my just awful jargon.
People don't like our language.
I'm just such a fucking, like a sharp dude, not sharp like smart, like just like a jagged, jagged personality,
like a fucked up knife, fucked up knife. Like you can still hit somebody with it, but it just looks weird.
Yeah,
you're like sharp rebar on the sidewalk. You're wearing like flip flops, and it just rips your nail off.
Yeah,
AKA sharp rebar,
AKA sharp rebar. Yo, it's Tonzolini Peach Bikini, AKA sharp rebar.
Well, yeah, man, we all need a good shower after this, so.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, hey,
especially him.
I personally would like to thank our special guest,
Nurse
Ches
Paul.
for Prez, Nurse Paul.
Ches for Prez. Dead
Ches
Last,
for Prez.
1987 on the Instagram.
Yep.
I make art stuff with Rick sometimes too. So.
Okay. Yep. So give this guy a follow. Definitely a fucking oddball, just like the dirtbags. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Tune in next week.
I disagree.
Cannabis Radio Network, Big Rick, Big Ton. We're going to do some more improv.
Big Ray on the boards.
Big Ray on the boards. Shout out to Big Ray. Killing the cuts tonight.
Cutting up.
Doing the fucking damn thing like a beaver. Thanks for